back for round 2. Hope you all enjoyed my first video. I kind of just decided to get over myself really and do that because I was kind of like, oh, putting it off for ages. Then I was just like, yeah, what's the worst thing that can happen? People watch it. And that's actually kind of grand. Yeah, so in the last one I still have so many things as to why I knew I was always a feminist, and so I thought this would be the part 2 video. Again, all quite tame, nothing outrageous, but I said I'd still do it and I'd finish it off and talk about some other things. This video I guess is going to be a little bit more serious. The last one was all very kind of light and introductory, and some of these now are kind of funny, and by funny I mean not funny at all actually. For those of you that didn't see my first video, it was basically all about how I didn't think I was a feminist for, well, not that I didn't think I was a feminist, but that I didn't actively identify as a feminist for my childhood because I just didn't really know any better, but kind of small reasons why I always knew I was one, because I might have reacted to things in an angry way or whatever. Yeah, let's just kind of follow on from that and just talk about more reasons why I always knew I was a feminist, even when I didn't even know what it was or I didn't think anything of it. My t-shirt this time is from Wild Fangs. I love it. The CEO is actually from Northern Ireland, but they're like a fully huge company in America. It's mad. But yeah, Wild Feminist, it says, woohoo, love it. So following on from the last video, I remember being in school. Again, a lot of these are to do with school, particularly in Ireland, and this is not bashing Ireland at all, but you know, it's a funny country. And most schools in Ireland have a uniform, and I remember being killed by the teachers for our skirts being so short. And obviously, I mean, we were young, we wanted the boys to like us, we wanted to look cute or whatever, and like, you know, we were just like, yeah, let's roll our skirts up or get them taken up or whatever. Literally all we ever heard from the teachers was, pull your skirt down, blah 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 blah. Obviously at the time we were all just like, go away, like. But the more I think about it, I'm just like, they spend so much time going on about our uniforms and telling us that our skirts were too short. Like, for who? For what, the reputation of the school or for the boys passing? It just completely telling us that there was something wrong with wearing a short skirt, or like, you know, like slut shaming. It's just like the amount of time they spent talking to us about our skirts when they could have been teaching us or giving us an education is just so annoying. And I remember at the time being so angry about it, but now again the more I know about, like, particularly like uniform codes or whatever, like in America, you know, just women's bodies constantly being policed and things being our fault if they happen to us because you're wearing a short skirt. It was just ridiculous. Like, so yeah, that always bothered me. I just think it's just the biggest waste of time ever. Then we were in, yeah, my second last year of school. I was now in with boys, and I was 17 at the time, and the boys, it got around basically in our year that the boys made a list of like the hottest girls or the prettiest girls or whatever in the year. Again, now I know that this is kind of a common thing done, which is just so outrageous, but I remember being angry that this was done, being like, why is this a thing? Like, why are the lads making it? Like the girls would never ever think to make a list of the hottest guys or whatever. And I was just like, why are you, first of all, it's pitting the girls up against each other, it's making the ones who didn't make the list feel bad with themselves, or the ones who did make the list wondering, oh god, like, this is weird, I don't want to be on this list. I remember being angry that this was even a thing, and just being like, god, did they just think we're literally just pieces of meat? What angered me most is that even though I was just like, oh my god, why did they do this list, I still secretly hoped that I was on it, because I was like, oh well, I still want the boys to think I'm pretty. And like, that's just the most annoying thing. Again, like, you're 17, you care what guys think, and you're all insecure and you want to be pretty, and like, yeah, I just couldn't believe that I was so angry that they did this, but still secretly hoped that I was on it. And that's just like the most convoluted thing, and like, I guess now that a lot of actually people could relate to that. And again, at the time didn't have, you know, the context of, you know, gender inequalities in our society and all that, but still so angry, knew that that wasn't right. Told you this video was a lot less funny than the last one. Another thing, yeah, so I was 18, I was told that a guy I knew was using my Facebook pictures or whatever to get himself off, basically. And like, he'd look at them and I don't know what he was doing. And I remember at the time not knowing how to feel at all. I know I didn't feel good about it, but I could not explain it. I just knew that it wasn't right, but I didn't have the words. I couldn't justify it, and I thought, and a part of me maybe even thought, oh, maybe is that normal, or is like, I kind of was like, oh god, is he allowed to do that because I'm putting it out there on Facebook? So Is it therefore my fault because I put myself out there? You know, all these things. And now I look back and I'm like, I feel violated. Like, it just wasn't right. Particularly, this wasn't a guy that I was romantically involved with or anything, you know, like it was just a guy. And I was just like, that is so weird. Like, to this day I don't even know like what to even say, but I don't even know what I'm allowed to feel about that. Obviously we're allowed to feel whatever we want to feel, but I just don't know. Like, I'm like, and maybe people maybe want to comment on that, because I just think it's, yeah, I just didn't like it at all, and I still don't. And I felt violated, you know. I didn't ask for that. That's not the purpose why I put my pictures up there, for you to do that, you know. No. So yeah, I remember, you know, being super angry about that. And I mean, I don't think you necessarily have to be a feminist to be angry about that, but the more feminist I become, the more angry I get at that. And still, I'm not even that great at verbalizing it, but I still just think it's so bizarre and so weird. Then another thing, and this is still a thing I feel, I remember being 17 and like going to like parties or whatever with my boyfriend at the time, and just like not like feeling awkward about like being on his arm. I felt like, and I still feel this now, and I was actually having this conversation with my friend the other day, when you're somewhere with someone, say it's like, say their friend's party or whatever, like you feel like you're an extension of them, so you feel like you kind of have to watch how you're acting or what you say. And you know, I'm a particularly loud person or whatever, and I'm a particularly, you know, person, and so when I feel like I have to watch myself for fear of what other people will think of the person I'm with or whatever, I hate that. I remember at 17 just being like, I'm my own person, you know, I'm independent. Like, why am I here on someone's arm? And I'm my own person, and I hated it. Ew. And that's probably again not even like a feminist thing. It's probably just my commitment issues thing, and just not wanting to be, you know, attached to someone. But yeah, like I just, it just gives me the creepies. I don't know. I think I'm my own person and not just his girlfriend, you know. And then I guess like I have this written down as well, and I think it's kind of a funny one. Like, this is kind of just general, I won't say any particularity. I was reared in a very feminist household, you know. I was reared to be very independent, and so when I was younger I thought that it was okay for, say, like, you know, the girl to ask the guy out, or the girl to be forward, and you know, the girl to chase, even though I hate that word, but I thought it was okay for the girl to do all the things that the guys, you know, now stereotypically do. And again, I was a teenager or whatever, and I was kind of realizing through different things that that actually wasn't the case, that it like wasn't okay, like by society standards it wasn't okay for girls to do that. And again, like through like looking back, I realized that, like, you know, like I thought this was perfectly fine because it should be perfectly fine. That's why I was a feminist then. And what kills me is that I then, you know, as I said, through different things, learned that it wasn't kind of societally accepted, and I actually then changed my own behaviour, and I, you know, was less forward and less out there, and I let myself be courted as opposed to courting someone else. I hate that I was made to feel that way, and like I say, like if I ever have a daughter now, I'm just gonna be like, you do whatever the fuck you want. And you know, if a guy is scared off or runs for the hills because of that, then sayonara. I think I'm gonna leave that one there for today as well. Again, they're all just kind of, you know, things that I noticed growing up but that I wasn't able to kind of verbalize, or I didn't have the knowledge to know anything about. But the things I look back on now, and I feel certain ways towards them, and I wish, obviously I don't regret anything, and you know, you obviously just learn as you grow up, and there's no way you could possibly know all these things when you're that young. But you know, I wish I had the knowledge then to say the things I was feeling, or even be able to word the things that I was feeling. But no, I mean, that, you know, that's what comes with growing up, and that's absolutely fine. But maybe there's the 15-year-old watching who feels a certain way about some of these things, and now knows that they are allowed to get angry at those things, or they're allowed to feel a certain way about those things. And that actually would be amazing if that was the case, because yeah, I guess I would love to have someone say these things when I was 15 and know that I was allowed to actually be like, oh no, that's annoying, you know. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I hope you're enjoying them. I'm just kind of going with the flow, really. Let me know what you think, and like and share the usual. Thank you very much, and see you all in the next video. Bye.